There's a version of your life where everything works out. Not perfectly, not in some movie type of way, but enough. You make money, you build a routine, people respect you, and eventually you stop asking for more because nothing is wrong, and that's exactly how it starts. You don't wake up one day and decide to live an average life. It happens quietly. You start choosing what's safe, what's familiar, what you know will work. You stop doing things you're bad at. You stop putting yourself in situations where you might look stupid. And over time, you become someone who only plays it safe. Now imagine this. You're sitting in a small room, camera on, talking to maybe 3 people watching. No guarantees, no momentum, no proof this is going anywhere. That was Kai Cenat. Before the millions, before the records, before the fame, just a kid pressing go live to almost nobody. And this is where most people get it wrong. They think success comes from big moments, big decisions, big risks. But Kai's story didn't start like that. It started with something way smaller: consistency. When it didn't make sense, streaming when nobody cared, posting when nobody reacted, showing up without validation. Because that's the part people avoid. You don't mind working hard. You mind working hard when it feels like it's going nowhere. When there's no feedback, no growth, no sign that it's worth it. That's where most people stop. And here's the dangerous part. Stopping doesn't feel like failure. It feels logical. You tell yourself, I'll do it later. I need a better plan. I just need more time. But what you're really doing is choosing comfort. Kai didn't wait for things to make sense. He leaned further into the uncertainty. Louder streams, more energy, more risk, even when it looked stupid, even when people didn't get it, even when it wasn't working yet. Because at some point, it stops being about skill. It becomes about something else. Your ego. Your ego doesn't want you to fail, but more importantly, it doesn't want you to look like someone who could fail. So it keeps you in places where you feel competent, where you know how things work, where nothing is at risk. But if Kai stayed there, if he only streamed when he felt ready, if he only posted when it was perfect, you wouldn't know who he is, because everything he became came from doing things before he was ready, before it made sense, before there was any proof it would work. And eventually, those 3 viewers turned into thousands, then millions, then records. But that's not the point, because focusing on the outcome misses the entire story. The difference wasn't talent, it wasn't luck, it was the willingness to keep going in the phase where nothing is happening. Because right now, you might be in that phase where you're trying something and it's not working yet, where it feels slow, pointless, almost embarrassing, and the easiest thing to do is stop.
But just don't overthink. Stop overthinking. And yeah, don't worry on strategizing or comparing yourself to anything else, because that's one of the worst things ever. Comparison is a thief of joy. You're going to take away from your happiness by seeing somebody else accomplish things, and that's going to make you feel bad at the end of the day if you keep worrying about that and not worrying about yourself. So honestly, when you get stuck, take your time, evaluate things, and wish for the best.
This is where most people become average, not because they failed, but because they stopped before anything could happen. Kai didn't escape being average by becoming famous. He escaped it the moment he decided to keep going, when there was no reason to, because an average life isn't about what you have, it's about what you avoid. Avoiding risk, avoiding discomfort, avoiding the version of yourself that might fail. And the craziest part, it doesn't feel like you're giving anything up until one day you realize you never really tried.